To give out speeches. They don't create those speeches from their own heart. Those speeches are created by somebody else. You become wanting to run for president of the class president of a high school, and you're supposed to create a speech and all that, but you get somebody else to do it for you because you don't care. You don't want to do that. You're too lazy. And then you get it. So when you read that speech, or if you memorize it and then say it from your head, it's not from your heart. It's not your words. You didn't write them down from your mind and heart. So why should you give a damn about any of that? What you said. Why should you do everything that you said that's not your words? It's not my words. I may have spoke them out, but I don't have to do any of this because it's not my words. They're not from me. These people don't give a damn about you. They're all in the same club. The Club of Rome. All ran by the city of London. A city. It's called a city of London. It's of London. It sits inside of Europe. A little 1 mile square. That's where they run the whole planet from right there. So, Trump ain't telling you anything that's from him. Everything is from everybody else. It's not from him. It's not from his heart. It's not from his mind. He don't care. I haven't seen him shed a tear or apologize for all the children dying from the vaccine that he pushed. I'm sorry, got all these children killed, and shedding tears, and being sorry. Would you? What would you do if you pushed something and said, yeah, it's good, it's safe and effective? Safe and effective, that means it won't harm or kill you. And then you got all these children and people dying from it. And then you don't say, oh, I'm sorry, it's my fault, I shouldn't have pushed it, I was wrong. He's never wrong. He does nothing wrong. God did not put him in there. You did. God is not for this government in the way it is ran. After JFK tried to do what he wanted to do to get us back on the gold standard and probably kick the central banking system out, they killed him, and then they fixed it to where every election is rigged. They put who they want up for you to vote for, and then they play the game of he's the bad guy, he's against this and against that, when he's really not. If they wanted him dead like JFK, he would be dead. And the Republicans and the conservatives like back then would do nothing. Today they would just create memes and be bitching and just, and probably give up voting, and they don't want that. They don't want you to give up voting. They need you to keep voting. So they're not going to kill Trump. They know, the conservatives and Republicans, if Trump was killed, we would do nothing. We would not create a war, and we would stop voting. Because there's no use if we can't get who we want that says they're going to give us what we want. It's just all hearsay. It's not from his heart. He don't care. I haven't seen anything no apology of any wrongdoing that was done while he was president in 2020. All these people dropping dead right after they get the vaccine in that building. in front of all these other people, still walked up there, ain't gonna happen to me. Another one drops dead. They drop dead when they walk out the building, or a few days to a week or 2 weeks after they've, gotten it. And then they blame it on COVID. It was COVID. It wasn't a vaccine. But y'all can't wrap your feeble little twisted up minds around that. You got Stockholm Syndrome. You think all this is going to work for you one day. It's not. It's not going to work. It's never going to work in your favor. Until we rise up and abolish government. We kick them all out and we abolish it. We end it. And we go to the borders. We stop it all. We build everything. They need us to do it anyways. They got to hire us to do it anyways. So why do we need them? You can't just get up with a bunch of people and say, let's go fix this. Let's go fix that. Let's build this. Let's build that. We don't need them. You're not a grown adult if you can't do that. You're a child. And they see you as a child. Children needs parents. The government and the states are the parents. The guardians. Why do you need a guardian over you? You ain't intelligent enough to take care of yourself, feed yourself, grow food, raise animals for food? Are you that stupid and unintelligent? Are you that incompetent? That you need another parent when you grow up to take care of you and keep you safe? You can't do it yourself? You too scared? They've turned this country into what was it? Land of the free, home of the brave. Land of the slaves, home of the cowards. You're not brave, and you're not free. So it's land of the slave. Land of the slaves, home of the cowards. That's what we live in. There's no more America. You're a U.S. citizen. You didn't look at that and say, wait a minute, where's the country America? That's where I live. I live in America. I don't live in the U.S. You don't say, wait a minute, where's American citizen? I'm an American citizen that lives in America. There's just U.S. citizen. I don't live in the U.S. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I don't live in Washington, D.C. That's where the U.S. resides, Washington, D.C. The White House is the United States corporate business building. It's not a house. It's not a house. It's a business. That's where they do business. That's where their office is. A home business it's a business. So that's a business. It's not a house only, residential. But then residential makes you a resident of the state. And therefore, you work for the state when you claim to have an address and you get that all caps name and have them together. You're a resident. You don't have an address attached to your house, your property. It's attached to that mailbox that sits on public property outside of your property. It's not your mailbox. So the address is not your address. It's a mailing address the post office created to have an address for that mailbox to know where to send the mail. You just get to use it for free. And you tell them, I don't live at an address. There's a mailbox outside of my home that don't belong to me and ain't mine. And the address to it is not my address. It's not attached to my house. Prove to me that that address is attached to my property. Prove to me that the post office says that that address is attached to my property. And they can't. So you have to correct the record. Go to the post office and let them know everything. And under common law, you create your common law name, however you want to put it. Clan of whatever your last name is, comma, your first name. And you do it in all lowercase. Your first letter is lowercase. And you do it all in lowercase. You put your first name after, clan of or house of. Or you could just put your last name, comma, because you're changing it. Comma, in your first name, dash, and your middle name, if you got a middle name, and the colon. If you don't have a middle name, then you put a colon after your first name. The two dots. One that goes above the other one. And you've changed the way your name is written. You no longer write it normally. And after your name, when you put all that, they'll have an X where you sign your signature. They'll have an X. You mark the X out. You put by colon, and then you put your name, your common law name. And then after you're done putting your common law name the way you should, then you put a C with a circle around it. That's where you put a copyright on your name, and they cannot take your name and write it on and put it on any piece of paper. You've done copyrighted your name. And then after that, you put agent, or above your name you put what was that? Authorized representative, right above your name. There's another one that's attorney of something. I don't remember it, but that would go below your name if you want to use that instead, right below the line. But you can put authorized representative, or you put agent after your name, or you put attorney of something. Forgot. But yeah. And when you use sign your name, you sign it in green ink. It puts you under common law jurisdiction. You're saying you are a man of the land under common law of the land. Look up what colors mean. Look up what color of law means. You'll find out it's all this color of law is a fraud. It eliminates your common law rights. It eliminates the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. Color of law eliminates your common law rights. The laws of the land. Look it up, color of law. What is color of law? And you'll find out everything about it. And you'll find out what you're really under. The law of the sea, Admiralty law. Commerce is Admiralty law. UCC is Admiralty law of the sea. Your vehicle is a vessel of the sea. Therefore, is subject to the commercial laws, the Uniform Commercial Code. They're not laws, they're codes. But they enforce them like they're laws. Because that's what they enforce on the sea. Codes is for the sea, statutes is for the sea, all of that other stuff is for the sea. The only thing that's for the land is the Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, and the amendments to the Constitution. 11 through 27, which I call 1 through 17, because they're the amendments, 1 through 17. And you have your Bill of Rights, 1 through 10. They're separate. That's why they're called Bill of Rights and amendments to the Constitution. They're separate. United States of America. Well, United States and then America. And it's of America. They're two separate things. They don't want you to know that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You all take care.